It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Houston. It's the Colts and the Texans, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Richardson going right to the air. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So a tough early challenge here. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Allen off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, they told us that he was just... to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, He's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game.
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Richardson looking to throw this. Right back to Njoku. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
Richardson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Lane. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Lane fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd down, it's Lane. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed it.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
They go play action with Richardson. To the right side and caught by center.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Richardson to throw.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Texans!
And Xavier Worthy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys. Possess the football.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we are halfway. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Half. Middle.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Richardson looking to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it is 28-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now it's Richardson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Richardson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hammond. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And Richardson yet again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs. They have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple rush. Through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And this one is right down the middle. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Houston's offense taking over again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air, the passing.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lane. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Allen, 35 yards.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
No gain on the screen there, and second down. Operating from the gun, Richardson hauling it in, Nelson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Richardson working from the gun.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll go with the Bucs as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Richardson off the play fake.
Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lane. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure come. Looked problematic, hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz.
And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Richardson looking to throw this.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fielded just inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Richardson over the middle. He completes it to Robinson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
That went out wide and intercepted.
Into the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went
On first down, it's Lane. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. And with this win and an AFC Championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground.